welcome to our second video of the Minecraft Legends series. So, in our first video we did the ultimate guide to modeling, and that's how we got to this portal guard. This reference image, I got it from just searching up portal guard Minecraft Legends. And before we start, let's do a quick update preview. So for the update preview that they've added first of all a new splash thing. So we got like a bunch of different images. I'm guessing the theme was a van. And then we also got a new tool, the mirror modeling. So this is going to enable it on the x-axis, and when we click it, it's going to copy everything we've done on one side to the other while we're doing it, so we can see how we want it to look. So let's get into texturing. So we can grab all of him by holding Control and dragging. Click Create Texture, Box UV, and confirm. We might get this. This means that some of the faces are smaller than 1 unit, so that it could make it as 0 pixels wide. It's okay with that. So we're gonna just erase, or not erase, like we're gonna view everything and turn it off. We're gonna start off with the head, because my recommendation is start off with the hardest so it's easier on the rest. So with this reference image, we can click pick screen color, drag it. I like the color that's maybe like on his back. We'll get that color. We'll click paint bucket, element, and boom, we've got that done. So let's work on his nose too. His nose, if there's anything I know about a normal piglin in Minecraft, normal, I think their nose could be a bit darker than their... Nope, never mind, same size. So also we're gonna make... There. We're gonna give him a nose, like the Minecraft Legends style nose. So something they do in Minecraft Legends is like they make something like that, like a kind of like slanted nose. I actually like that design because it fits better. So we can actually just take the original one we had too, but the original one's better for modeling and seeing like the main details. So I think since we got that turning out good, we can try out to see if it looks better with more. That doesn't hurt. And then we're gonna add the gold. So we're gonna go in. We're actually gonna choose this one, drag it in. So now we have two reference images. We're just gonna make this one bigger so that we can fit both. And then we're actually gonna take the color of gold that's on that. So there. Element, and then just highlight everything on the head that we've made. Perfect. So we're also gonna make his tusks. His tusks are just like around like whitish, grayish. So we can choose this color, and we can try them both out. So that color would look like that. We can choose a grayer color, and it'll look dull. So I'm actually gonna stay with the original. And we're now gonna make the ears. So his ears are the same color as his head, but because of the shading, we're gonna make it the same color as here. So we're just gonna go on element, drag. Now that might look a bit wonky to you. If you don't want it like that, you can do like I'm gonna do, where you put it like that. But then again, this is your character, which is your choice. So now for his eyes. His eyes is just like white. So we're gonna remove his tusks by holding them and clicking the eye icon. And then his eyes, according to most of them, is just like, let's see here, it's a bit like a full line. So like maybe like not like that, maybe something like that. For our sake, we might make it like 4. Okay. And then we're just gonna re-put everything on the head so we can see how it's turning out so far. Turning out fine. Now for more texturing, yay. We're gonna work on his head. So like we said in the first video, that a particle or plane is when you remove the entire thing. Oh yeah, also a new thing about the texture update. They make it now that they show you the size, which in my opinion it's kind of annoying, but like useful at the same time. Like watch, if I make it 4, it'll show me the 4 size, even though if it's like outside or something. And also it has a new way of putting the texture in. So like, let's say put a texture in like on the other side. You're gonna see it kind of like bob in. So now while you don't mind that, it's just a bit weird, of course, because I've been modeling for some time and I've never really seen this before. So we're gonna make him like a bit of a curve like that, and since it curves out downwards actually, so we're gonna make it like that. No, actually it's like a line, and then another line downwards, and then we're just gonna fill that up. Perfect. So now that we have that done, and it looks like this, we're gonna put that a bit downward, copy it, and paste it 3 times. And we're gonna fit it in the middle. So we have his head almost completely done. The only reason I haven't said fully done is because we need to add texture. So as I said in my first video with the turret golem, when you want to add texture, you can just take the image, find a darker tone, go on opacity, click 71, and then just texture. So while you might not see the difference, if you turn on shading you will. The reason I keep it on is because I want to see like the actual colors. Because when you keep it on the original colors, it'll make it turn out much better when it's shaded. Then if you can see the colors, it'll make it a bit more bland. So we're gonna now take away the ears so you can't view them. We're gonna take away the helmet. And we're gonna take away the tusks. So now we have something like this to work with. And now we're just gonna put textures. Now there's really not really much of a wrong way. I recommend staying on one panel for like around like 5 seconds, or like a bit longer for this case because he's a piglet and his skin's all wrinkly. But once you're done one side, of course, you go work on the other. I try to just click instead of hold, because if you hold you're gonna get more lines than you want. And when you add lines and it's visible, it's gonna like not look that much real. It's gonna look like someone actually drew it, and that's not what you're trying to show. You're trying to show a model. So while we're working on the textures, which is gonna take some time, we can talk about the next thing we're gonna make. So what I've been planning on working for next is also another Minecraft Legends mob, and it's more about how to insert it into Minecraft. And I'm thinking that's gonna be fun because I know a lot of people who actually know blockbench are doing it mostly for the modding, so I might have a modeling tutorial or a modding tutorial. And who knows, maybe that modding tutorial might actually come right after the texturing and rendering and animation phase. So yeah, that's also another thing. After this texturing video, there's gonna be after a texturing video, I mean. So what I want to add after the texturing is an animation video, while we're gonna animate this guy to make him like do cool moves, maybe like make him fight mobs, whatever. And then after that, I'm gonna teach you how to properly render your model so you can make it look as perfect as you can. Because I know a lot of people, when they make models, they might say it's like doesn't look that good, or at least in their opinion. And then when they render it, they're all like, oh my god, wow, that's way better than I thought it would. So we can do that if you want. And if you have any suggestions of like things you want to make, you can write them down in the comments. I'm open to all, except just don't give me mobs that are like physically impossible to make. Like, I don't know, something like the Minecraft dungeon mob that no one's ever seen before, or something like that. Give me something that's clear, multiple reference images like that, so that we can actually do it together. So I think we're done that. Now the face, when I put on shading, you're gonna realize his eyes doesn't have it around it. That is a giant flaw. You have to make sure every part of him has it, including around his eyes, or else it's gonna look like you didn't want it get to the eyes, or because you were drawing. And like we said multiple times before, showing people that you're actually drawing is the worst idea possible. So I think we've got the head done. Now we're gonna just put on his helmet, and we're gonna texture the helmet. So we're gonna erase that, and we're gonna work on his helmet. So his helmet's gonna be the same story like before. We get this time a much darker tone though, and since we're running on 71, we're gonna texture. Now the reason I said a much darker tone is because gold has more of like a shimmering effect to it, and we don't want to show that. So we're gonna actually just drag on. Here it doesn't matter if you add lines or not. It's gold, so it's not like skin. Okay, so we got the gold part done. Now you might notice how it looks really weird. This is the fun part where we're gonna grab as the bright color. We're gonna go on paint bucket, element, and we're gonna go on like 53, and we're gonna put on it. You might notice it's gotten a bit brighter. If you want it more, I recommend putting 2 layers. And now we've got the gold helmet. Thing is, we need it a bit darker too, so we're gonna grab an orange hint, a dark orange, goldish hint, and we're gonna go on paint bucket. Perfect. So now that we got that done, we're gonna see what the whole head looks like together. It's turning out fine, but we don't want fine, we want better. So we're gonna work on his tusks. Yay! Tusks are this time a brighter color. We're gonna go on 71 and just add. I think the tusks are basically the piglin's teeth. I'm not entirely sure. Then again, I don't study piglins. Okay, so I think we got a good look. We're just gonna now make sure that the parts that we've textured extra, we're gonna re-put them on. Perfect. So, head's complete. We're gonna now work on the body. Yay. So body is gonna be the same as the original, same color. So we're gonna grab the original color, element, we're gonna make sure it's 255, and we're just gonna highlight the box, just the box, because the rest is supposed to be like gold plating and etc. For the belt is like a brown rugged color, so we're gonna find the brightest color we can, go on element, fill entirely, and then we're gonna go on erase. I'm gonna say size 50, and we're gonna just erase plain. Since we're done that, we can just add the other size that we forgot, and more gold. Oh my god, these piglins have a lot of gold. So we're gonna find the brightest color that we can. We're actually just gonna go and pick screen color. And perfect. And now we're gonna make it. So we're gonna go on pixel brush, make the size 2, make the opacity 255, and we're gonna texture. So you might realize how in my first texturing video it never looked like this. That was because this is the new and updated version of Blockbench. And I'm planning on making a new tutorial, but in case if anyone else recommends me making a new tutorial, I might make one. But if everyone's like fine with the tutorial they have, I'll just leave it. So we're gonna go on paint bucket. I'm just gonna go on face. Fill it. Then we're gonna go on that brighter color we originally had. Gonna make it 71 again. 71. And we're gonna texture around. Perfect. And in the middle, it has like a darker tone and then a brighter tone again. So we're just gonna make a darker tone. We're gonna make sure the opacity is 255. Size is 1. And we're just gonna fill it in. For the biggest one, we can just add our own kind of like amulet or something. And belt, almost complete. For the belt, we still need to add some patterns that he has. So from what I can tell from the patterns, they almost look like maybe like a Gastus tentacles or something. So we're gonna go on 3, 2, drag it a bit down like that, go on 1, and then perfect. And we're gonna go on the top one too. There. Now we're done for real this time. And we gotta still work on his chest plate. So for his chest plate, we're gonna click the erase tool. And we're gonna actually hide the body for now, because we don't really need him. We're gonna erase everything else in sight. We're gonna go on paintbrush. We're gonna go on that original gold color we had. Go on maybe like, not 8. Yeah, 7. No, 5. So we're gonna go on, you know what, never mind. I'm actually very confused about how I'm gonna do this, but hey, I'll do it with you guys. So 6. And then we're gonna shrink it down to 4. So now I don't know which one of you people actually plays Minecraft here, but if I remember correctly, the piglins are supposedly like, according to like Minecraft lore and stuff, they're supposedly like original like descendants of like just normal pigs, but then they were like put into experiments by the ancient builders or whatever people call them nowadays, and eventually those ancient builders tried to make pigs live in the underworld, aka the nether, and because it didn't work out that well because of the nether warts and stuff like that, they turned into zombified pigmen, and then they evolved from zombified pigmen to like, I don't know, like I think they're just like piglins, and they have like different tusks, they've grown, they're used to the nether, stuff like that. Now personally, I like that lore. I'm not gonna lie, but the lore is fine. Perfect. So the head, once it's down, that's when we're actually gonna like it more. But so far, character's turning out good. So now he has on his body texture, even though we forgot to add texture entirely here. So we're gonna go all the way to the back. Hope we still have some sort of fragments of textures. We're gonna go in that dark color again. 71. We're gonna hide body and head. We're just gonna try to select that. And then texture away. So now that we're doing well, we can just check the character again. Okay, that looks fine. So far Piglin's looking royal. We need to make his head the same color as this, because I love the new color. So we're gonna just grab paint bucket, element, and we're gonna try to tone it down to his colors. No, actually we're just gonna like full on retexture his hat or helmet or whatever it's supposed to be. So remember, 171. It actually doesn't matter if it goes on his ears, because I think piglins can like wear like gold stuff because they like it. Like, they think it's cool. So I actually wonder what gave Mojang the idea to make pigs that walk with tusks and invade other dimensions, and they love gold. I'm not gonna ask, but Mojang's got creativity at least. So once we've got that, perfect. This is actually turning out decent. Now for the annoying part, more. So we're gonna now work on his left leg and right leg, since those are gonna be easier. The reason I didn't make them like one and then just like flip it with the other is because of this. We're gonna do the paint bucket. Do our texturing. I'm also thinking of making it that this piglin's gonna have like some special custom looks for this specific thing. And I'm also gonna teach you how to make a signature to your model, so that in case anyone ends up stealing your amazing model, you're gonna have a way to show people that you're the one that made this and it's not someone else, and the people who try to copy your model, will never realize it was there. So I think actually Jed has that on the Elder Guardian texture, at least on Java Edition, but I'm gonna show you how to make your own version, and you should probably work on practicing like pixel art, because you're gonna need that. So now for his toes. So his toes are gonna be around like the blackish, darkish color that he has. So it's around that. So his toes are like 3. So I'm gonna make them as good as we can. They have like a 2 block gap. And another 3. And while we're working on his toes, we're gonna work on also the other's nose. And that rhymes. We're working on his toe, and we're working on the other's nose. So now that we're almost done his legs, we gotta work on his bracelet. Now, while the bracelet isn't entirely necessary, it makes the model feel more like more than just a model. It's more of a actual creature that loves gold, and he wouldn't mind extra. So we're gonna remove that. We're gonna go on this 255, not 255, 71, 1, and texture. So for this character, we're actually gonna add him something for his leg thing. We're gonna give him a little kind of a amulet, sort of, because apparently that's what he has. We're gonna make it a bit darker so you can actually see it, and then we're gonna make something really bright to put down there. Perfect. Now let's see what our character looks like entirely so far. So if this is not what you have, I recommend going back so you can understand what you went wrong in or what you forgot. So I think the character is turning out good. We can actually just add, for the sake, we're just gonna lower that down by like a few pixels, which means we're gonna have to lower that down too. And then we're gonna find the same color we used here, and we're gonna fill the bottom with it. Perfect. Now, I probably scared you with my mic. But now we're gonna work on his arms. So we're gonna erase literally everything else in sight, and finally work on his arms. So for his first arm, it's entirely gold except for a very small part. So we're gonna first finish that very small part. So we're gonna element. Also, I recommend something when you're texturing so it doesn't feel too boring. When you're texturing and you're bored, or you just think you're not good at texturing, trust me, I suck at texturing. Like I'm genuinely trash. But if you just like find like little loopholes or like strategies, if you want, you can like figure out some really cool things that like other people would like look at you and go like, wow, that's a pretty smart move. Like what I did here, like where I just like chose like, hey, what if I get a darker color and then just like keep on putting it all over each other. That way I'll get different shades and stuff. And it worked, so I'm not gonna argue with myself there. So now that we're done that, we're gonna go on 255. Take a little side. And that side was originally just 4, so we're gonna make this one also 4. Perfect. And then of course we're gonna add our little bits of texture. Perfect. And then we're gonna use the same thing that we used for his like waistband thing. We're gonna go on 255. We're gonna choose maybe like around size 3. Actually, we're gonna choose size 2. And then we're just gonna put it around his wrist, hold his gold plating. Perfect. And now for the fun part, where we're just gonna put random textures whatsoever, and it will look good, trust me. So we're gonna choose 255. fill in every single look and cranny in this character. And I have a feeling we're doing something wrong, actually. Oh wait, it has to be a bit brighter. We're gonna keep his spikes dark though. And then we're gonna choose that. 71. Normal texturing. Size 1. And texture away. Okay, so he is turning out well. So, I think we're almost done our first arm, and after we're done our second arm, we're fully done. So, that'll be the full model complete. But for the rest, like animating, rendering, which is gonna probably be my favorite part, you're gonna want to stay stuck. Perfect. Arm complete. Let's see what he looks like with the rest of the body. Really good, actually. So, we're gonna take a quick break here. While we take the quick break, I'll show you this cool clip from Minecraft I have. After that,
We lived so long without cruelty in this world, and now all suffer. This must stop.
so as you saw from the previous clip, it looked pretty terrifying, but now that we have like a decent sense of what it looks like, we can continue working on it. So let's work on his arm. We're gonna go on textures, paint bucket, 2.5, fill that part of him, and the rest is just the normal gold. And while we're at it, we might as well make the whole mace. Flail. I'm actually confused what the difference of a flail and a mace is, and the only difference I can actually understand is that one can swing and the other can't, and I'm always like, yes, and so let's texture. While we're texturing, we can talk about how big ones are pretty cool. And also something I love about the idea of like stuff like Minecraft Legends and just Minecraft in general is the fact that they're able to make amazing things from small things. Like, it shows how you don't need like for my YouTube videos, for starters, when you watch it, let's be brutally honest, the quality is trash, but it doesn't matter really, because as long as you're learning something and you're having fun while learning this something, then that's a plus for me. Like, personally, I'm pretty happy with whatever I get. So while you're texturing, I recommend like trying to bring out the most from your models. Just like I said before, Minecraft makes small things turn amazing, so we can try to do the same. Of course, we're like not even close to them, or actually at least some of us are. Like, I bet you there's a few people from the people that are about to learn from my YouTube videos, they're eventually gonna teach me, and I'm just gonna go like, the student has become the master. And I really don't mind with that, actually, because I go like, hey, yeah, sure. Like, as long as I did what I was supposed to do, which is teach it, then I'm happy. And it's not like I'm supposed to do, like, I'm literally getting paid for this. No, I just like the idea of blockbench, and I want to spread that with other people. And I don't want to make it be like, one day when I'm dead and a bunch of other people are dead and blockbench is dying, it's gonna die, and I don't want it to die. I want it to like be something that people are gonna enjoy, people are gonna love, stuff like that. And you know what, I'm actually thinking for these videos, I want to teach the world that you can, if you like, just believe. Like, if you don't believe, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna just go like, if you say I suck, you suck. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be like inspirational quote moment, but like, hey, sure. If you say you suck, you suck. You genuinely suck. You know, actually, let's also just, while we're at it, let's copy this twice. Put it again. Actually, let's shrink it by a block. Okay. So let's just, no, I did a big mistake there. Let's just keep it how it was. And believe it or not, folks, we have not completed the mod. So we still have the hair. I'm so sorry, people, but like, we still have the small details that matter so much now, but like, they didn't matter that much back then. But look at us now. We're crying over the details. So we're just gonna, each one's gonna be pretty quick. We're just gonna add pivots to the hair themselves so that we can retexture them. And almost done. There, now we can start moving it. We're just gonna move it like that, and maybe even a bit up. And then we're gonna grab that, keep it a bit tilted, and then put the last one as high as we possibly can. That won't make it look a bit too awkward. So now that we have that done, we could work on the belt. You know what, like, why? Actually, no. The belt, let's keep it how it is. So we are done. But actually, I've changed my mind. We are not gonna make rendering on its own. We're gonna put rendering as a part of this. So we're gonna put file, convert project, or not convert project, I mean file, export, GTLF model, confirm. We have portal guard. Now let's go on my Sketchfab and let's upload it. So we're first going to click on the upload button up here. So there, upload, and then portal guard. And since it's already written here, we can just say the portal guard from Minecraft Legends, created as a part of my YouTube video. Yeah, we're gonna put categories, characters, and creatures, tag piglin, tag Minecraft, blockbench, Minecraft Legends, boss, Vallejo, the weapon action, save. I'm gonna go and edit 3D settings. Now, while you saw our model in blockbench, it didn't look that good. When you start rendering it, that's when it's gonna turn out good. So like, you might look at this and you might go like, ah, that is nasty and ugly and stuff. I agree, because we haven't done something that we were supposed to do. So we're actually gonna exit. We forgot to actually like change him, like make him have like a cool look. So we're gonna go grab him. We're gonna turn him into his bones. We're gonna choose like, we're gonna make the same pose that's here. So for this arm, it's just gonna be a bit more out like that, like that. The other arm though is a bit different. It's gonna be like this. And his flail will be like this. Well, actually we can make his flail be a bit put to the side. And then we're gonna have his head at the bottom, facing downward, like he's almost depressed in a way. So far that looks fine. We're also gonna have his foot just angled a bit. While it doesn't seem really necessary when you make the model, it's gonna have a lot more of a difference than you'll think. Perfect. And then we're gonna have, actually let's keep it like that, like a straight thing. And then we're gonna say File, Export, GTF, Portal Guard 1. And then we're gonna go back here on the upload. We can just go on my account. We can go on uploads. We can go on the portal guard. We can edit it. Re-upload. This basically means it'll take away the first one and we'll change it. Re-upload model. So let's see if it changed. It didn't. Then you know what we can do? We can just copy everything over in here and republish it. So we're gonna choose portal guard. Delete the 1. Upload. Characters and creatures. Hashtag Minecraft. Hashtag Piglin. Hashtag blockbench. Hashtag boss. Hashtag flail. We're gonna go on save. Go on 3D settings. Perfect, so now we can see the changed version. Field of view to 0, because at least that's what I use. With that position, he's actually here. It shows him a bit more in depth. So we're actually gonna make it like, no, not 12. We need it smaller. Maybe like just 1. Yeah, that's good. And then background. We can make it gray, but I'm gonna put like orangey nether kind of color. And now for lighting. So lighting, we are definitely gonna put something like pine tree arch, and then change the orientation. Actually, not pine tree arch. Pine tree arch might be a bit too. Maybe something like that. Oh, Kirby Cove would be too bright, but then again, we can just like, yeah, maybe Kirby Cove, or actually Mira Wood is good too. Okay. And then we can actually up the brightness if we wanted it to. Now for materials, we're gonna click ambient occlusion, cavity, and clear, subsurface scattering wouldn't look bad. Nah, but it wouldn't keep the Minecraft feel. So we're gonna put green, and we can actually animate the green. Depth of field. Sharpness off. Chromatic aberrations off. Vignette. We can keep it, but we can like lower the amount. Bloom. We can add it, but we can change the intensity to like just a bit less. Tone mapping and color balance. The SSAO. It's gonna add like more shadows. And there. So we're gonna click Save View. Now as you can see, it went from that to that. It's all in the art of rendering, really. So now that we have the saved view, let's just click it again for one more time. And now we can put annotations. So like, let's say here I want to mention the belts. We'll say gold belt. A belt showing all of his victories. Or not his victories, actually, all of his battles, because they're probably like medals. And then Belial, a large weapon that can be swung, hurts a lot. And then the other hand is just a mace. Giant mace. Arm that whacks out the air from your lungs. And of course, we did not make the whole head, just not to mention it. We're just going to show its style. I'm going to say the face of General. Now let's see what they all look like. Belt. The flail. The mace. And the head. We could say save changes. Publish. We can see our model. And now, finally, after all that work, we have finished the portal guard. So if you really didn't like this, I have no idea what is up with you, but hopefully you do. And thanks for watching.